You can thread a sewing machine in seconds, if you know how. I'll show you how to thread it right from the first time, and it will take a bit longer. But still, only a few minutes. We are starting right now. Raise the presser foot and keep it that way until the very end. You'll need the tension discs open. I'll try to show them in a minute. First, the spool. Only use small ones here. More about that later. The thread should unwind from the back, like this. While we are here, check two things. The bobbin holder is to the left. It flicks to the right, like that, for winding. And the wheel isn't pulled out of the machine case, like this. That's also the position for bobbin winding. Ignore this thread guide. That's the thread tensioner for bobbin winding, and the motor won't move the needle or feed dogs on this setting. I'll show you everything you need to know about bobbins and the bottom thread in the next video. Tension discs tend to be hidden on the modern machines, but they are apart when the presser foot is up. I don't apply any force or thought to the process. And the thread always ends right between the discs, exactly as it should. Go straight down, do your turn, and go straight up. It's almost impossible to mess the step up, so usually I do this fast, but I'll show you the slow version too. If you don't see this hook protruding from the top, turn the wheel towards you until you do. Slide the thread in, so it lies in the nook the closest to you. Go back down, don't forget the thread guide on the left. If the machine has two of them, still use the left one. The right one is for sewing with two threads, and mine has broken off a long ago. I still sew with double threads rather often. For this step, I often lower the presser foot. Turn the wheel until the needle is in the highest position. I know that now it's not. Why? Because with the hook up, the needle is always a bit down, and we need it up there to use the needle threader. Be gentle with the device. It's a tiny metal hook on a springy plastic part, and it makes our lives a lot easier. Some would say that you should only use it for the needles sized 80/12 or bigger, but I'm showing this with 7511 needle on purpose. If you are sewing this even smaller needle, like 69, I suggest to question your life choices. Seriously. Use a bright lamp, like mine. Utilize the included magnifying glass. Watch my video with needle threading tips. Probably isn't released yet. Otherwise, lower the needle threader slowly until you can see the hook aligned vertically. Gently push the hook into the needle opening. It's called the needle eye, but pushing the hook into an eye sounds terrifying. Hook the thread on the left and lay it across a small metal hook. In one smooth motion, push the needle threader to the back and let it go. And the hook should pull a loop of thread with it. You caught the main theme here, right? Do not rush the step at all, and you'll learn the motions in a short time. Pull the loop of the thread to get the whole end through, and we are ready for bringing the bottom thread up. Now, if you have a top bobbin machine, you might be able to skip this step and get away with it most of the time. But not every time, and not with all fabrics and stitches, and probably not when starting from a thick edge, so just learn to do this, okay? With a round bobbin like mine, you have no choice, as it would most likely jam. The process is easy if you loaded your bobbin right. Basically, if you pull the top thread to the front, holding it under slight tension, turn the wheel one full turn, pulled up, and didn't get a loop of the bobbin thread, rethread the bobbin. Yes, I'm attempting to say this word again. Well, sometimes with specialty threads on the bottom. You might need the second turn, but never with regular threads. Pull the loop all the way out, slide both threads into the presser foot slot and to the back of the machine, and it's time to test your stitches. Oh, one extra thing. Always put the top hook into a visible position before starting sewing and before removing the fabric. This way you can start with very short thread tails and they'll never run away during the first stitch. And in the end, you can easily pull the fabric away. Always pull to the back, as pulling to the front can bend or break the needle. Oh, this is a thread cutter, by the way. It's pretty straightforward. I realize I haven't shown you how to wind and load the bobbin, and all the little tips for the process, so watch this video when it's out. In theory, you can use big spool holders that can be bought on AliExpress or 3D printed. Or you can assemble a contraption like I did for the sake of this very video. But what I really do is